Boop, 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 boop. Hello. Yeah, we're back again. Back again. It's another week doing some artings. If you're here for artings, you come to the right place. Yes. Hope everyone had a good week. Good weekend, that is. Sorry. Yeah, mine was pretty good. I did some cycling. Good old cycling and some bit of doodlings along the way at the coffee shop. Yeah, it's good to be out and about. Yeah, let's switch to our cam. Let's switch our cam a bit. Whoop. Hey. If you remember, we're working on this. We can resume on that. We can resume on this EV. I need to make some posts in the various groups so I can get started. Let me do it here as well. Obviously, my machines are really, really slow. Let me do this now. So, yeah, do some studies to start with, and then break it down with the resuming of that EV piece, and then excuse me, and then chill out. Chill. Let's find the right picture to post on my group. Cool, and there we go. Save what artings. Done. Look, easy peasy. Whoop. Not much what happened there. Hang on, wait a minute. What happened there? Oh, that's the wrong links. Wait a minute. Why has that gone through there? Oh, there you go. It's these links. Pasted the wrong links, didn't I? There we go. There we go. Yeah, pasted the wrong links. That was smart. And then also, I'm going to post on. FA and a few other channels as always to let them know I'm streaming. Yeah. Let's close a few windows here as well. There we go. And painting. Chilling and painting. That was extra spelling of L there. I think I'll spell it right anyway. It's too tiny. The text is so tiny I can't read it, but it'll do. So people figure out what I'm saying. There we go. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Right. One more place I need to post as well. And get started on this piece. Peace. Okay. Streaming optics. There we go. Boom. Okay, if that goes through, yeah, that went through. Swish. Okay, last but not least, I'm gonna post this Switch link into another group I'm in. Media. Oh, actually, it's in creatives. I think creatives bit. Painting. There we go. Done. Wow. Posting in so many places at once. Managed to do it in like under 5 minutes. I think it was under 5 minutes. I think that's like a record for me. Oh, right. Ah, Mr. Lung. Mr. Lung has turned up. Greetings, Mr. Lung. I was gonna play some more Cinema Massacre, but I don't know if what do you call it? the site allows me, you know, because I'm on YouTube now, so obviously don't think it'll allow that sort of copyrighted stuff. I'm not sure. That was a face I was working on last stream. It looks a bit cool. Let's try another face. Let's try one of these other faces as a warm up. Oh, that was one before. Look at that. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Let's try another face. Let's see what other faces I've got. Got quite a few here. Selectable ones. That one's pretty cool. There's the big 3D face there. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this guy. He looks pretty dapper. I think I've got one before that as well. There's one there, but I think this one looks good. Did I do this gentleman? I think that was the one. I think. Yeah, I think that was the one. Oh, there you go. This one. So let's just redo this one again as a study. Remove all these. Remove that. And oh, let me boom, 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 boom. There we go. Minimize this a bit. I assume the stream is working, right? Because let me see. Is it working? It is working. Good. Brain Dead's in. Welcome, Treasure. Welcome. 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 Oh, actually, one thing I've forgotten to do, and I should do it now, is the YouTube. There we go. So I keep forgetting to merge the YouTube chat into Restream, into my OBS. Sorry, not Restream, OBS. So this allows me to monitor 2 chat sources into one window. There we go. There we go. Done. So I don't have to worry about keeping an eye on that. I can keep an eye on the side copy as well, side section here. So all good. All right. Let's set 20-minute number on my timer. 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We'll play it by ear. 20 minutes, 20-minute timer. We'll draw this guy. Let's do it. Right. Yeah. So this weekend, like I said, I did a bit of cycling. Went to the Olympic Park once again. It's a very nice day out as well. It wasn't too hot, but it wasn't too cold either. So it was perfect weather for riding a bike, and yeah, it's great. I think let me just see that. It might be a bit too dark. I think let me just bump up the value just a tad bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm painting the wrong layer as well. There we go. I think one of the studies I was meant to do was do this as a paint. So let's try that. Let's try a new technique. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's take that risk. Let's block this in as a shape, a whole shape. Turn off the. There we go. So I'm going to try and block this in instead of painting it in. But then again, I'm still going to risk. It's a bit of a risk here, but in fact, it might be difficult. Yeah, it might be difficult for me to do it this way. So let me try and do it by line first, and then I'll do a relatively simple line piece, and then if I'm happy with it, then I'll block it in. But yeah, the aim is to try and get this piece to just basically spend more time painting. Really, that's the right way to say it. More time painting and less line work. But I want to have enough line work in here so I can, excuse me, I can. I've got something to start with, if that makes sense. I've got something to start with, right? So, shirt there. How's Mr. Lung if he's tuned in? I think he's working right now. He's probably doing some sort of rendering of something. That's why his attention's here but not here. Here but not here. That's the right way to say it. Here but not here. He's probably working on something very important. Work. Different time zones. I think Treasure is also working on stuff. I think Samurai is the only one that's idle. I think he's probably been I think he's been there since last night. He's been here since last night. He's going for it. He's hardcore. Hardcore. So I'm just blocking these, getting these structural shapes in there. I mean, these can all change again, but just want to get something down. Space is coming together. Still fix this when I'm done with it, but I want to try and just get. I'll try and get the shape down at least. Oh, that's a bit longer. See, these are the things you have to get right to ensure you get a really even proportional head. I think my eyes were a bit too low there. That's fine. About there. Yeah. Okay, so the nose in there. Okay, I think we've got enough here to do a little blocking of this, because the general idea, like I said, it was to work on weapon there, just there. So work on the just initial painting of it, so try and get really good at rapid painting. So what time is it? Well, 5 minutes. Got this done in 5 minutes. That's not bad, not bad. But more can be done. More can be done. Yeah. So I'm still looking at the reference as well, really closely. Make sure my interpretation of it is almost accurate. Almost accurate. So angles there, just a bit down there. There we go. So I'm gonna, before I close that mask in, I'm gonna actually just gonna shape this all in, just make sure the shape is there before I commit to it, and then start making the tweaks, making the little tweaks and adjustments here and there. But it's good. I should find some more music as well, because I've been playing this track almost at every session of my streams. These are chill. Actually, what I'll do, if I do that, make a new layer on top of that. There we go. That's probably a better way to do it. There we go. So I'm not using any opacity on this brush, just hard color. I'm just blocking in these really dark shapes I see. I want to try and get this overall shape of this person in, really. Clearly the shirt is the brightest part, followed by his forehead, so I want to try and keep that in mind here, because otherwise you can easily get lost in these values if you're not careful. So it's on the side there. I'm just gonna. There we go. This brush, because it's got a bit of texture, it's giving me that extra that little goodness of giving me that like slight value change. But I've also turned on the pressure as well for now, just to get these values in, so I can control the value I'm trying to splat on there, to plop on there. There we go. Yeah, I always find these to be relaxing. I do these at lunchtime. I do paintings like this at lunchtime as well. It's nice. It's a good way to unwind a bit if you have a busy day, if you have busy stuff going on, there's a lot of things on your mind. Do a painting. And the nice thing about it is your focus is purely on the painting. It's not about anything else, so it's nice. It just gives you, from that brief moment you're working, whatever you're doing, you'll be focused on this, and it's nice. And the rewarding side of it is you have a painting. It may not be perfect, it may not be spectacular, but a painting nonetheless. You will have a painting. But it also, maybe it will also tell you about what things you're what sort of things you're paying attention to when you're doing these. Hopefully you'll see any flaws as well, and how to rectify them is straightforward really. Just pay attention to those areas further on your next study, and you'll get better each time. Hey RH, how's it going? Good evening. Sorry, missed your Bioshock stream. I think me and my lad were. That's fine. No, it's fine. Perfectly fine. If you're streaming, you got to stream. That's the thing, isn't it? These days, you have to keep up with the streams, otherwise, yeah. I keep forgetting playing Bioshock on a Thursday. I keep forgetting it's a work day, so as much as I want to stay up late, you got to go to sleep. But Bioshock, well, if you want, you can always watch the recordings. The recordings are always there. They are always there for you. You can always check them out. It's not the same. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same as seeing me live. But I am there. I'm there nonetheless. I'm there. I did a stream on Friday as well. It was a one-off stream. It was a one-off stream on Friday of doing H-Rot, which was a really good game. I actually enjoyed that. I may consider getting that. I'm not getting the game. I'm not sure though, because I've still got a lot of games to play. But it's a very good game. Very spooky. But yeah, it's a wonderful game. Wonderful game. Oh no, it's not the same. I can't interact. You can't interact. Oh, you want the interaction. I see. That's why. Yeah. Gotta have the interaction. I understand. That's a norm, isn't it, for most people? Most people want to talk to their streamers they're watching. It's like, oi, you there. Let's get that brow in there. You're fun to talk to. Oh, okay, I'm fun to talk to. Oh, I'm glad to know that. So, I mean, yeah. So, I did the H-Rot game. That was interesting. It's a short stream. It's worth checking that out if you want to see that game. It's a Quake. It plays like Quake. Very, very fun to play. I died a few times, but yeah. So it's one of them games that are highly underrated because the way it's kind of a game that brings back the old roots of gaming, from playing like games like Quake a lot. So but it has a bit of that modern flair as well, which is nice. You know, modern flair of game. Oh, whoops! Let me do that. There it goes. There you go. Yeah, the modern flair. Yeah. That brow there. So that brow there, that part there is really, really bright. So, you know, I'm going to smash this block in, and then just a tad bit down there. There you go. And then curve that in there. A bit of a brow there. That brow's also coming up as well. A bit of a nose as well. Nose bump. Quake sounds familiar. Yeah, Quake was made by ID Software. They made Doom. They made the original Doom, and obviously the Doom 2016 game you see nowadays. But yeah, Quake was one of their latest at the time. It was one of the newest engines that they were introduced to the world. You know, with make 3D FPS, which was really good for its time. And then they evolved from there to the Quake 2 engine. I think it was a Quake 2 engine. I think that's. I'm not sure if that had a name. I'm sure it had a special ID name, like because they normally they call their engines ID engine. But yeah, the Quake one was fairly popular when it came out. A lot of games used that engine. I looked it up. Yeah, you remember now? Nice. Yeah, it's nice game. It was a fantastic multiplayer game, though. I used to go to back in the day. I used to go to internet cafes, and I wouldn't use the internet, but I would use the use the network and play LAN games with other people, with friends. So we'd go there. We'd pay like £5 or £5 for 30 minutes. 30 minutes of computer usage. Very, very good. And yeah, we'd play like Quake almost until the evening. Get our money's worth. We used to spend. I think I spent about £20, but it's worth it because like that was when I realized like how much time flies when you're playing network LAN based stuff. I think my guy's head is slightly more tilted. I'll once I flatten it out, I might just angle it up a bit. Angling him up. So what have you been up to this weekend, RH? Did you do anything nice? Weekends always slowly coming back now because you can go out and do things a little bit at a time, but better than nothing. I think my guy's chin's. I've done this bit too long. There we go. I had a bit of a depressing weekend, unfortunately, but life. Yeah, mine was decent. I went cycling, like I've said before. I went cycling. I live around 30 or 40 minutes away from the Olympic Park, so went cycling there. Went around the Olympic Park a bit, and then stopped by a coffee shop. Sit down. Normally I go to a coffee shop and sit there and do some drawing. Read a book. Excuse me. An animal drawing book, so like how to draw animals from observation and stuff like that. Just refresh my knowledge on stuff like that, and then just head on home afterwards. And then there was an evening of VR chat with some peps from the London Furs Discord server. So I hosted a meet there, so people can hang out and. Hang out and chat. You don't need a VR headset for VR chat, which is nice. So people, this is another great way for people to come along and hang out and chat with people. Because I know because a lot of people who do go to the meets, you know, they miss going to them, you know. So the VR hangouts is kind of just brings it slightly closer, you know, that kind of that feeling that you're at a meet, you know, and it's good. Fun times, yeah, it was great. Yeah, people have their own funky avatars. I've got my Haru model, which she's awesome. I like being Haru, so that's all good. Got a meet this weekend, an actual event for meet. So gonna be helping out with that, and then obviously you're doing the VR chat hangout again that evening. So Saturday evening's gonna be busy, but it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Hmm. His nose is lips a bit. There we go. I was ill most of the weekend. At the top of it, our 15-inch common Pelko Budgie bungle passed away. So this is big. Oh, sorry to hear. Sorry to hear that. Oh dear. Yeah, fishes passing can be very emotional. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, yeah, it's not good. So I mean, aquarium life is always tricky to maintain because you don't know what's wrong with them. It's always hard to determine what's wrong with them, and before it's too late, they're gone, isn't it? It's very tricky to know what exactly is wrong with them before it's too late. You can't. I think you can. I could be wrong. I think you can. But you have to take them to a specialist. Yeah, not all vets know about aquarium life. There are people out there that do know them though. Like my local one near Barking. Apparently there is a ones that there are vets that know the fish stuff. But again, yeah, you have to find specialist ones. You have to check online. Always check online and see if there's one near you which specializes in, you know, aquarium stuff. But yeah, it is a niche, of course. But always good to check. It's always good to check. There's one near you. If there's one near you, yeah, they're not cheap. No, no, vets are never cheap. Vets are never cheap. They do cost a bit. They do cost a bit. I'm not sure how much. It depends. I think it depends on the situation as well, isn't it? I think a normal checkup is okay. I think, but surgery stuff, they probably will say they probably give you a certain costage or something, right? They'll probably charge you something. Okay. Let's bring this in a bit. I'm just gonna fix this up. Lips is a bit wrong as well. Sorry, I've got my focus hat on there, so I'm a bit silent. Cost for just getting an appointment these days is £32, and then you add, oh wow, that is expensive. Yeah, yeah, that is yeah, that's not cheap. Yeah, that's. Oof. But you can get. I mean, I guess this is why it's best to get pet insurance, right? Get some pet insurance for the fishy. Aim to get pet insurance eventually for my 2 cats. Yeah, yeah. Can you get like like a pet insurance package which covers like multiple pets and stuff? I'm sure. I could be wrong. That might be something worth looking into, because if it covers like more than one pet, maybe that might be good for you as well in terms of the long term. You know, because if you have a lot of pets, you want something that a cost that encapsulates all of them, so you're not having to fork out a lot each time. Just gonna widen his face out a bit because he looks a bit squashed. There you go, just a little wider there. Right, so start fixing these areas up to give them a bit more depth. There you go. Darker side there. Much as I love our fish, we got a bit to get insurance out of them. 2 cats at least. Sales, we got a friend who can pick up things that can go wrong. Oh, cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. Good. Yes. It's good to have someone that knows. Yeah, a bit more experience. Yeah, that's good. Like for me, I didn't really know much about my fish, but I always just check the forums. 'Cause forums are a bit like, find any forums out there which can, just really give me an idea of what's going on with them, and that kind of helped me. Obviously, the advice that they give, it may not be, maybe not be relevant to my fishes that I had, but yeah, it's always tricky to diagnose, but it gave me some ideas of what it could be, and some good percentage of the time, if the symptoms match what they're talking about, then it probably is what it is. But at times, there have been times where I couldn't find anything on the forums about what was going wrong with my fishes and what was wrong with them. But the strongest lesson I've learned is always keep the fishes, all your aquariums and stuff clean, well maintained and all that, and make sure there's no stress. You've got to treat the tank gone a bit murky, so reaction filter. Yeah, exactly. Treat the tank. Do the 20% drain. The 20% drain. Keep them fishes safe. Trying to find a good. There we go, that's better. That's a bit darker there. No, it's along those lines, I think, maybe. It's a bit too. Fix that lip. Dude's got a funny lip. I do have 4 large dojo loaches. Got sand in my tank, so I might feel turning them up some dirt in there. Yeah, okay. Very good, very good. Very good. Yeah. Still deciding if I should get some more pets so after lockdown, or because I've still got the empty tank. I need to probably consider. My parents keep telling me I should just sell it, just sell the tank. There's no point in keeping it. But not sure what to do. I'm tempted to sell it because as much as it's nice to have pets and stuff, but yeah, they become it's maintenance, isn't it? It's maintenance. Do I have the energy and time for that kind of stuff? You know, on top of everything other things I do. So what was these things? You see, got to think about these things. It's no point. You know, having a pet which, you know, if you can't look after it, it's gonna die, and it's gonna be, you know, in the end of the day, it's your own fault for not being able to look after it. Turn into a lizard tank. Oh, I don't think my parents will love a lizard. I don't think they'll like a lizard in there. They'll probably freak out. My parents will probably, they'll probably freak out. Yes, it's a big tank. It's in the living room, you see. So it's not a small tank. It's a very big tank. I think it's about a meter. I think it's about 1.2 meters wide. 1.2 meters by half a meter. Less than half a meter. Oh, yawning. I should drink some coffee. Here we go. A tortoise, maybe a terrapin, yeah? Terrapins are possible pets I can probably get. Maintenance, all can be kind of maintenance. Yeah. Yeah, pets are, yeah, it's just, yeah, can I look after it? It'd be tricky to look after. Those creatures also require maintenance as well, don't they? They require, you have to clean out their the tank a few times, don't you? Excuse me, I keep yawning. That's a sign of how busy my day has been. The yawn is a result of how busy I've been all day today. I've got a massive deadline coming up this Friday because I didn't realize this Friday is the weekend coming up. It's a bank holiday. It's a bank holiday weekend. You know, I didn't realize there's a bank holiday coming up. So obviously, while I'm working, they want to try and launch a product out. They want to launch it, during the bank holiday. So what did I say? Oh, I was just saying. Even with tortoises, you probably need cleaning. You know, you need to look after it, right? Probably takes. You probably need to clean the tank a few times. Otherwise, you get turtle poo everywhere. Turtle poop. Lip is in there, and goes that down there. Yeah, not as much maintenance as you think though. Just go in and pick up poop and clean a little area, and if you okay. Here we are. I might have to consider. I may consider it. I may consider lizards, but I'm not sure. My folks probably won't agree with it, but we'll see. It's a thought though, because like that tank is pretty much it's been empty for a long while, and yeah, it'd be nice to put something else in there. I think to be honest, my mum won't approve of it. My mum will go fuck. That's right. I swear. My mum will go pretty ballistic. Keep your chickens in the yard. Oh, chickens, yeah, chickens. Get some chickens in the garden. That'd be interesting. Yeah, get loads of eggs. They lay a lot of eggs. Chickens do. I know someone that was telling me that they've had chickens for a while and they get eggs almost every time now. It's like they're pretty much sorted for eggs. Kind of a bit dark there. Let's do a little bit. There we go. I used to have rats. Oh, rats! Yeah, rats are smart creatures. Yeah. I couldn't have snake feeding them frozen mice and rats. Or yeah, I don't know if yeah. That yeah. You got to have a strong will to feed like dead frozen mice and stuff like that. I think that'd be yeah. I don't think my folks would approve of that kind of feeding. You know, especially for lizards. I know lizards need that those kind of. That's their feeding, but yeah. I mean, I've seen some horrible like I know some owners give like their lizards like live feed as well, which is you know that's give them live mice. I think the worst ones I've seen is some aquarium owners, like ones which keep meat-eating fish, they feed them like goldfish, like literally goldfish, because goldfish is easy, cheap to buy, you know. So they chuck all this live goldfish into the tank for the carnivore fish to feed on. I find that a very extreme big no-no, but I guess that's it is what it is. I don't know if that's like you know sensible thing or not, but it's shocking. Don't know what your views are on that on live feed. And yeah, I know someone who would buy Tetra fish to feed. Yeah, like things like that. I don't know. It's a weird one, that is, because yes, you got to feed your fish. Like these are like it's a carnivore fish. That's understandable because obviously they need to probably eat that to survive, and stuff. But yeah, this mouth is doing my nutting. Right, let's do it properly. Come on. I'm not really focused on this mouth. That's why. Okay. Let's do it properly. Okay, so brighten up that lip on the side there. That's better. Man, I had a feeling had to feed my better fish bloodworms, but they already had frozen dead. I'm safe. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind feeding insects because no offense to insects, right? Like certain insects I just hate. So, like, I once discovered that a mosquito, mosquito bugs. I think they had laid their eggs in the tank in my fish tank, and my goldfish ate them. That's all right. Good riddance. I think they're like mosquito, but like they're like mosquito like kind of eggs, really bizarre looking things, wriggly things. But my goldfish just they weren't having none of it. They're like, yep, if it's wriggling, it's going in their tummy. They ate it, gobbled it up. Yeah, that's when I first saw them, I thought they were like, what these wiggly things look like? I thought they were like goldfish eggs or like goldfish spawn or something. I was kind of a bit concerned because at the time I didn't really know much about goldfish other than owning them. But excuse me, yeah, that was a shock. I found out when they weren't goldfish eggs. They're just fly eggs. Yeah. Larvae. Larvae, that's the word. Yeah, larvae. His eye is working. Right. Just gonna curve around that. Oh, time is up on the 20-minute thing. Ages ago. Didn't realise I was like paying away when 20 minutes are gone, but that's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that 20 minutes. Let's just keep going. I've been paying for 49 minutes. That's a better time. Our fish are pretty spoiled. Yeah, your fish are pretty spoiled. Yes, they are. Yes, if they're getting all the good stuff. Yeah, shrimps and what is that? What's the other thing you said there? Yeah, frozen larvae. Yeah, and prawns as well. Yeah, yeah. You guys, you got it. You got it. Your fish have got it good. It's like fine dining at your place, isn't it? Fine dining. That's good. It means they get good. They get all the nutrients. Healthy fins and fin growth and all that, and good gills as well. So all these things help. So it is good. It is good for them. So it's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. What's going on there? Oh, that's better. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on there? That's better. That's better. That's better. I know what's going on there. Oh, pen the wrong layer again. Oh, there we go. Always pen the wrong layer. It's always the problem I face. Let's go. Slash there. One second, I'll check the chat in a second. Sorry, just when I'm painting, I usually get lost in doing this, and then I'll check the chat in a timely manner. Get lost in painting, you see. All right. He's had a high class food. He's not going back. Okay. Picky. You better is a picky little eater. Okay. Bloodworms. Yeah, flakes. See, the fish I had, they used to hate pellets. They used to hate the pellets. Don't know why. They used to loathe it. Flakes, they just obliterate. They enjoyed the flakes more than anything else. I used to feed them peas as well, and one of them used to hate. One of them used to enjoy the peas. The other used to hate the peas. It would eat the peas and spit them back out because he knows it's like, no, that's not. I think they wanted like real meaty morsel of food rather than vegetables. No one likes vegetables, do they? But peas are good for goldfish, so you know. Dear, dear. It makes me lighter there, a little bit lighter. There we go. Maybe a bit lighter, a bit more lighter. There we go. A bit more lighter. There we go. Just trying to find the right kind of value and then execute the eyeball there. Oh. Tried giving our Pecos green beans once. Wasn't popular. Preferred courgette. There you go. See that? Yeah. Yeah. Fish do have that kind of characteristic, doesn't it? They're picky eaters. I think that's what makes them. That's what makes them so. Special, isn't it? Their personality shines through what they enjoy and what they don't enjoy, isn't it? It's nice. Yeah. What's up, Wolf with Glasses? How's it going, man? What up? Having a good time watching Solar Opposites 2 Season 2. Okay, cool. Cool, don't know what that is. Sounds like a sci-fi TV show of some sort. It's the way it sounds like. Okay. Needs a bit more light there. Light, there we go. Under the nose. Reflection, a bit of reflection on that nose. From the side as well. It's somewhat like Rick and Morty, just with the main characters 5 aliens stranded on Earth. Oh, sounds good. I might have to check it out. I might check it out after. Sounds interesting. Yeah. It's an area. So is it an animated series? or is it like a? Yes, animated. Okay, well, let's look. That sounds good. That sounds interesting. Mm, mm. Cool. I think I may have to investigate this. That goes around there. Just got to cut this in. My chin, this guy's chin on mine is needs to be more straight. Cool. Right, let's go back and work on the Eevee now. I think I'm happy with this. That's a good warm up. Yeah, doing a portrait per day is always good. It's always good. It helps you, have fun doing these things. Gets you stronger, makes you stronger painter. Right, let's load up the Eevee references. There we go. Cool. Okay. And I only had two references. One was the actual Eevee, what the Eevee looks like, and the painting of a reference of a doggy leaping, which is what I wanted. So look at this. There we go. So when I was painting this last week, I was kind of like fatigued a bit. I was like, oh, getting a bit burned out because I was working on the commission. Cool. Well, I won't be texting people, but maybe on Discord later. So if you need to mute, you mute. That's fine. I'm trying to be careful with the colours. I don't want to make it too orangey because the fur is brown, but paying attention to more the lighting than anything else here. A bit more red, warm in there. Get some warm values in there. There we go. Needs a bit more warm there. There we go. There we go. I'm looking for these like warm tones. So here as well as pour. It's gonna be like a nice warmish. There you go. A bit more red warm there. There you go. Then you have like a nice shadow type that bend. Add a bit more red in there. There we go. Pretty swish. So the pores are really tiny, but we can still have fun with, making sure that the pores are, like actually there rather than trying to make it believable. What's your art program? It's Photoshop. Potato Shop CS6. Potato Shop, I call it. Not Photoshop, Potato Shop. I have been trying to learn, what's it called? Clip Studio. But every time I try and paint with that, I get frustrated because I need to spend. I've not spent time learning that, and I need to spend time. I do need to spend time learning that, but it's not. I don't think it's wise to do it via stream because I need to sit down and learn it because I need to actually read up on the guides and stuff and see what things do, and rather than just trying to guess. Proper reading up on it. But I've used some of the other tools that Clip Studio has, and it's really good. I especially the perspective tool. I use the perspective tool a lot, and I found it amazing. So, more of this. There we go. Just getting these shapes really properly in there. So there we go. Thanks. I was trying to look for a good art program to use. I'm literally. Oh wow. I'd recommend getting Clip Studio Paint. It's not expensive. It's about $20. About $20 or so. So it's like Photoshop. It's just like Photoshop, but the reason why I want to read up on it is it does some of the brushes it has. I need to understand what they're doing. I like to understand what the brush is doing, how it's behaving. But generally, for arting, it's a great program. I use it. I have on my laptop as well, so it's a great program to use for just about anything that's paint related or drawing related. If you're just doing line work and filling stuff in, that's fine too. So yeah, it's a great piece of software. It's cheaper than Photoshop. That's why a lot of people tend to vouch for it a lot. They say it's a really good program, and so do I. I think it's a great program as well. It's just there's a learning curve. You need to just like most programs, there's a learning curve. But once you understand how things work, or how what to do, what tools you need, you won't have any problems with using it, right? So it's all good. I'm so tempted to play some Italo, but I can't. Just playing this coffee shop music. Coffee shop. Let's warm this area up here a bit. Warm it up a bit more. There we go. Let's warm in that area, because maybe add a bit more yellow there. There we go. A bit more warmer. I really want to brighten this up, and not too much, but still. Yeah, playing with colour is a lot of fun. One second. This was done with all paint. I'm sure I did a lot better. Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Don't quote me on this. I'm sure Clip Studio you can do pixel art. So if you plan to do pixel art, Clip Studio can definitely do that. If you Google Clip Studio pixel art tutorial, I'm sure there's guides and stuff and how to do that on that software. So, in fact, if you wanted to, you can just download the demo. You can download a trial trial demo of Clip Studio and see how it fares. I think it's limited. You can't save. I think. Well, I can't remember what you can't do, but it's enough to give you a taste of what the software can do, and I think that might be worth a try. Yeah. So yeah, give it a go and see what you think of it. It's the only way to test it, right? Isn't it? Give it a try, bench test. And do like a glow here, translucent glow on the ears. There we go. A bit more. Oh, the tail. Tails on different layers, that's good. Looking at it, I feel like I need them to fancy art pads and pens. Well, as long as you've got a graphics tablet, it should be fine, right? You don't need anything else, just a graphics tablet. But nowadays, most people own graphics tablets. I remember back in the day, those things were like a really expensive equipment, really expensive equipment. Now it's like anyone can own a graphics tablet, right? So oh, very wrong layer. Sometimes Photoshop tends to move itself to another layer mysteriously without me even. Add a bit of grey on that tail just to cool it down. Add a cool grey to that, so it looks like it's like ooh, cool. Here we go. Actually, that could probably price value, and then we can go into that light. And maybe add some under shadow of the tail. There we go, like that. So some reflection there. I'm looking at. Feel like I'll be ever lucky if I could afford a graphics pad. Well, they I mean, nowadays they're pretty inexpensive. They're not expensive as they were, like then. So I mean, you can get like I think for like £30 you can probably get £30 or £40 you can get a fairly decent starting tablet, right? So question is, it's an investment as well. So don't always think of it as an investment if you plan to do more with it. That's the way I see it. Every time I buy something, I see it as an investment. So that's the best way to see it. And yeah. Itchy face. So I'm just making shapes here just to create that illusion of markings. gonna be fluffing over the top. So that's a bit more, a bit more warm on its face as well. Some dark shadows there, maybe. Winging this as I go along in terms of, excuse me, structure. More orangey there, so should let it all burn. Probably after our wedding, we'll see if I can save. Yeah, do it. So when's your wedding then? When your weddings? When are you planning it? Because I know some people have obviously who are planning to get married now. They can probably do so when the lockdown ends, right? You can. So. Sort of chilling down now, because I know a lot of people had the weddings postponed because of the pandemic and stuff, but it seems to be easing down now, so that means you can get back to it. Yeah. Right. Up. Some grey in there. Nope. It's like playing with value here. Colour. Just makes it a bit more fun rather than I might switch to the classical music in a minute, because this has been going on for a while now. I should probably try something different. It's pretty old classics, classical music. So I'm just bouncing through the pose here. Finding what I want. Okay. Download what needs to be downloaded. So the tail, that's the tail. That is a tail, okay. Right. Let's hide this as well. Whoop. Cool. Might try and finalize this a bit and paint it out, I think. Maybe good as a landscape shot than a than a portrait shot. I think this would work as a landscape. This looks pretty dapper. Just looking at the lighting here, just making sure I'm satisfied with it, otherwise I have to keep changing it. I like to keep tweaking this around when I do these things, you see. So here, in the ear here, this side will be just to see how these ears actually connect. So I'm going to have to do like a little turn, little fold in the ear side to make it look like it's connected, you see, so otherwise it looks a bit disjointed. And the quiff stuff I can do at the end, it's pretty fine with me on that, but let's get these hind legs fixed as well. I was looking at that a few minutes ago, I was like, leg. Oh, there we go. Yeah, giving this critter a bit of more of a semi-realistic look is makes it interesting. I think gives it an interesting twist rather than the usual stuff I do. More darker, I think, on their paws there. Just there we go. Right, I think let's try blowing this up. Let's try actually rendering this out and see what happens. I think I've got enough here to work with. It's a good start. It's a good start. Itchy chin. International paper. Can we rotate this? We can't rotate this way, can we? No, of course not. You have to do it from here. There we go. So I want to save this on here, and then I'm going to move it across here. There we go. Oh, no. Untitled. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's fine. Let's get that in there. But that's cool. I'm just going to move the Eevee just a little bit forward because it doesn't really matter where it gets up. There we go. Just want to get the center. Do that kind of angle shot, but we'll see. Oh, I see Royce Fox has turned up. Royce Fox. Royce, how's it going, Royce? Hey, how's it going? Because some more coffee. I nearly have coffee again. Mm, 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 mm. The coffee is gone. That's a shame. It's not good. How are you, Royce? I'll send you a potato face because you're. Usually it's good to put people on the spot by sending them a little cheeky message. You know, you go, wait, oh, hang on, what? That's not right. There you go. If I do that, I'll do. Let's give you a baldy's a spinning baldy head. I like baldy. Baldy's basics. Baldy's basics is the way forward. Okay, just gonna put the line work down to like 40, 58, 48% ish, whatever, and then we're gonna start rendering this out. So I'm gonna separate the BG, call it BG, and then the tail will be the tail base. Then we have the EV body itself, so EV body, base, we'll call it EV base, and then that's all there is to it. Now we just start painting over it and getting these shapes in. So, you know what? I want to start using some new brushes because I keep using the same brush every time, and I think that may be the reason why I'm always like feeling a bit flaky. Maybe it's time I use some new brushes, like this square brush. It's not really textury, but it's got a bit of a weird. Yeah. Or let's see, well, I've got Wuther brush. The Wuther brush is always good. It's really chalky, chunky in this one as well. This one's pretty good too. Nice to do something that's a bit hard to splodge. What's this? Oh, this is the brush I used to use before, back in the day. Back when I used to do badges and stuff, like when I originally started off badges, it would be the brush I'd use. Where's the elliptical lips brushes? These are lips brushes I never used often. It's a paintery brush. I'm not sure if that's an angled paintery brush. Yeah, I don't think that would look good. I'm trying to see what others I've got here which I can potentially use. DG Diamond. Main Messier. Let's try the diamond. What's this diamond one do? Oh, that one keeps rotating. Can we use that for anything? Can that be used? Looks pretty cool. Yeah, could give it a try. Let's give it a try on this. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Yeah. To be honest, I think this brush would work well as not as a blending brush, but more as a detailed brush, because it's got that kind of really nice kick, like that swish to it. All right. It's a bit decent. Let's get a reference back again. Where's that reference gone? Yeah, right. Trying to get this fluff at the back here. It's going to be a bit of a... See, what I'm doing now is just pushing this back with the, give it that sense of fluff. A bit more. Yeah, it's taking shape, isn't it? More depth on the neck. Fluff. So, because it goes around the neck, this is like kind of like a lion thing going on here. So, head trapped in this kind of fluff. Maybe that's a bit the front part there. Like so. Giving that oh, I should probably save it as well. I forgot. Let's save it as well. EV. I think I've given the neck a bit too much depth here. Maybe too much depth. In fact, let me check some references because I'm maybe going a bit too fluffy here. Too fluffy. Too fluffy can be. Oh. EV. Yeah, I think I've gone a bit too fluffed, overly fluffed on the back of the neck here. May have so. Yeah, because like it tends to be not overly as I've done it. I think I've done it a lot. I may have done it a lot. I think. Let's just keep working. Let's just keep going, and then I'll take it. I'll turn it back if I need to. Yep. Just making more clumps for this just to make it easier for me to, you know, just clumps. Clumps of fur makes it easier. Right, there we go. Actually, this can be a bit more red because the lighting could be applied to this, maybe a bit more. There we go. There you go. To make a new layer for the body, so that way I can go back to the clumpy stuff later if I need to. So it's at 80%. Lost the reference again. There we go. Alright, let's get these definitions in. Looking a bit heavy-handed on that dark shadow here, so I might have to lighten up a bit, just a tad bit. There we go. Going for a really intense lighting here, so that's a bit more not something I normally do, which is it's interesting. Interesting. This brush is actually pretty nice. It's giving me this like nice little texture, which makes it look like it's actually cutting in, blending. It's a blending effect. It's pretty nice. I like that. It's pretty swish. Trying to bump up that area here. It's a bit more intense. There we go. Like so. save. Always save. Some warms in there. It's a bit too bright, a bit too warm. A bit more warm. There we go. Always games behind. Oh. Cheers for the little raid there of 2 people. 2 or 3. Yeah, wait a minute, what's going on here? 2, 3, 3, 2. One of those numbers. Thank you. I saw he was playing Opposing Force. Was it Opposing Force? How'd that go? And did you guys have a good weekend? Can you believe it's another week? We're back here another week. Blue Shift. Oh yeah, sorry, Blue Shift. Of course. Yeah, Half-Life Blue Shift. Doing the old donut. Eating the donuts and looking after the Blue Mesa facility. Where's some music? Music stops. Hang on, 1 minute. Where's my music? Where's my coffee music? Here we go. Yes, I'm still here. Thank you. There we go. Week was pretty good. Yesterday was a big gardening day. Oh wow. Nice. Did you get some stuff done then? Did you plant some flowers and some vegetables? Because it is the season to grow, the perfect time to grow chilies and stuff, because chilies tend to grow well in hot weather. So yeah, I mean my folks were out in the garden yesterday and today doing all the gardening stuff. They love their garden. They love growing stuff. Getting out the weed. De-weeding, general tidying. Okay, cool. So that means there's gonna be space for barbecuing. Is that right? Leave some space for the barbecue. Go do the barbecuing. Tasty barbecue. Just giving you a lowdown. Just thought I'd spend time doing fun paintings, doing Pokemon stuff. So it's Eevee Pokemon. I started this last week, so I thought I'd just continue on and try and get it finished. Obviously, I'm still faffing around with it, but actually started rendering out now, so that's good. Actually get working on it, and it's taking shape a bit at a time, but yeah. So, have you thought about what you're going to stream after Blue Shift? What your plans are for after Half-Lifing? Oh, dang. Hello, Lisa. Oh, you dropped a little six little potatoes turned up. Oh, you're too kind. Bless you. Welcome, people. Welcome. Lisa Raid. Ooh, Lisa Raid. Have you brought along all those peanut butter balls as well? Peanut butter balls to share amongst us lovely people. Welcome to my lovely paintery stream. I've been working on a Pokemon because I thought I'd do something fun for a change rather than doing a painting of a wild animal. I thought I'd try and combine a fantasy animal and can bring in some realistic elements to it. So thought I'd see what happens, what would happen, and here it is so far. And welcome, Joanne 2604. Welcome. Did you, Lisa? Did you manage to finish that dog tag tattoo? Dog tag tattoo. I pronounce that. Say it really fast. I probably won't tongue twister there. Did she finish it? When things go quiet, that usually means someone's about to make a big post about something. Okay, it's the hind leg done there. Just get the other one on inner part done. We try a new brush here as well, which is a pretty radical brush. Has some really nice shapes that it generates, very chisely shapes. So I'm liking the use of that. Hi, cleaning. Okay. What's up? I was just saying, did you finish that dog tag tattoo? But I guess if you're cleaning up, it probably means you have. Unless someone else can answer on her behalf. If anyone's still lurking from her stream, don't be shy. Don't be shy. I know you wanna. You wanna say it? Tell me. Like, yeah, she's done it. She did it. Yeah. Needs more guinea pigs. Oh. Yeah, well, guinea pigs are on the menu. Guinea pigs are on, well, not a menu as in consumption, but they are. I will be slowly going through a list of funky little animals and whatnot to attempt, so gotta go through all these Pokemons first. The Pokemons. Gotta get them done, isn't it? Gotta get them done, right? Yeah. Well, potatoes are easy to draw. You see, like they do require a specific kind of skill to draw that little happy face on them. It's not just you have to feel it. You have to feel that expression coming out of the potato. You can't just draw a big nose and a big smiley face and a big wonky set of eyes. You have to feel that. You have to feel it. And I think guinea pigs are require a bit more focus. I think than it's an art form as well, right? I mean, I know Tree can probably say, give you a better answer on that part in terms of, guineas are not, even though they look simple to draw, they're not so simple. I mean, I did struggle on one of them when the one I did when Olive Tree suggested to make a guinea pig, and I struggled because there's so many values, like so many colors that were bouncing off that, not colors but values. There's so many varied values of the same color. Can do your head in, but the thing is, it's trying to find a good reference of a guinea pig, a good reference, and I think that's what I need. Maybe with Tree's help, I can probably get some good references in. Maybe, perhaps, yeah, maybe. That could probably sway my interests, you know, for doing a guinea pig next time. Just a thought, you know. It's just a thought, you know. Because right now I'm just making Pokemons because they're interesting. They also resemble most animals you get anyway. So I thought let me try it, and yeah, so far so good. Yeah. There you go. So this brush has like nice little teeth marks, like looks like fur, but it's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like that kind of effect. Like so. That kind of tooth mark gives it a nice painterly look as well. Also gives that sense of fluff as well when I need it, so don't have to mess around too much on blurring things out. Oh, Royce Fox finally responds. Hello, hey. Oh, this music's really cheerful. I like it. Doing the claws there. So I'm giving this particular Eevee some like actual paws, right? Because normally these creatures don't have really little tiny paws. They look like puppy paws, but you know this one's a bit more. You know, you don't want to mess with this one. A bit more beefy. Less of a pup, more of an adolescent. Adolescent is the right word to use. And done in my way rather than you know, using someone else's idea or something like that. So this is all. I'm not using any inspiration for pose anyway. They're all coming from here. I've got a pose on the side here of a doggy, but I'm using that as a guide just for the initial pose, and the lighting as well. Pinching lighting from it as well, which is handy. Yeah. Pretty cool. I like it. Liking the way that the intensity of lighting hits in the body. That part there can still add a bit more warmth. So I might just do that now. There you go. Oh, it's the wrong layer. Paint on the wrong layer. There you go. A bit more warm on that part there. A bit more. A bit more warm there. Sweet. Yeah, so I think I'm trying to making more Pokemon as well, just to see what crazy creatures I can create based on my understanding of other animals and stuff, and see what I can come up with without trying to make them weird as well. So I'll still keep their visual representation, because making the Pokemon realistic treads into the uncanny valley. You're almost straight into the uncanny valley. You know, I've seen some realistic Pokemon illustrations, and boy, it can be a bit. Is my microphone low? Someone is suggesting my microphone's really low. Is it low? Is it? Should be low. I mean, it's reading up as pretty high on the on OBS. I can shout. I can shout down the microphone if you like. Do like a really bellowing. Kind of like an opera kind of. Oh. There we go. Yeah, this is looking much better. I like the shadow of the form from there to there, the lighting of it. That's nice. I like that. It's kind of gives it a little refreshing look, right? Just kind of add some stronger dark values here for the feet. There we go. There we go. Oh, well, that's. I need to bring this up a bit more. There we go. Curve that in a bit more, bit more white on this side. Just make it almost white. Actually, a bit more solid. Just bring it more white. There we go. Make it all white. There we go. So I made it all white there, but then this should be a bit more warmy red because it's blood. You know, with lighting, goes through fur and stuff. There might be some, you know, what's the word? Subsurface lighting. Is that right? Boop. Should be a bit more light on this side. A bit more lighter, maybe just a little. There we go. Should be a bit more curved in. There we go. There we go. Back here. Let's got my focus hat on a bit. Focus hat. Whew. Yeah. This part here is where the muscles keel in, but I can probably turn it down a bit so it's not too malnourished kind of form. Give a bit more meat here, this side, a bit more curve. Just adding that, using the brush to give that texture, that bump. That kind of fur, kind of fluff thing going on here. See, it looks a bit crunchy. I like it. There we go. There we go. Ugh. And it's gonna. I'm also gonna add some bit more shadow under the pores here, so it's like a bit more oomph. Yeah, is my volume better now? Is it testing 1 2 1 2? Am I loud? Am I quiet? Or because the volume is reading in the yellow, in the green. I mean, I could go louder. I could go very loud, but not sure. Maybe I should do some mic tests next time. I know sometimes I may have to restart the microphone a few times to get it working, but that can't be it, surely. Oh my god, I'm lurking. I'm just realised Lisa brought us here. Oh my god, EVM. Hello, Katie. Yeah, I was watching Lisa working on the dog tattoo thing, dog badge thing. I've got a name of it. I'm losing the ball to speak here, but yeah, I had to lurk and sneak away because. You know, with Lisa's streams, they're rather infectious. You know, one minute you're watching it, and then like 2 hours later, you're still watching it, and you're thinking, "Oh no, you must be doing your own thing." So I had to sneak away while she was working on that. So bless her. I was wondering, did she finish it? Because obviously she's busy cleaning up now, so she couldn't really respond to it. But I assume that she did finish it. I think. If not, I'll have to find out next time when I visit a stream and say, "Oh, did you finish it? Did you finish that picture? That tattoo? That lovely tattoo?" Okay. Do. Boom, boom. Yeah, I can't control the kind of music that this playlist plays. It's like copyright-free jazz music of any sort, and I think it's playing Happy Birthday, some sort of festive music. It's Happy Birthday, I think. Yeah, Happy Birthday. I knew it. I hope they don't play any more festive music or anything like that. Oh, that'd be playing Christmas music you can get bad luck. Apparently, I got told. Or maybe that's just some form of myth that people tell you. Listening to Christmas music can be a bad thing. So. That'd be a very bad thing. Mind you, there are some Christmas songs out there which are pretty damn good. I do like them. You try and get the lighting right on these ears. You see, that's why I've been messing around with the glow there. Just want to try and get that glow almost around there, and then obviously burn down the red, warm red, and get that kind of stream for 2 hours now. I've got about 30 or so minutes left. Obviously my plan is always try and get these done in an hour, but like, or not an hour, in one session, sorry, and it never tends to happen. So it's gonna be one of those days where like, oh, I've got to finish it the next time now. Yeah, I'm not sure if these Pokemon are correct, but I'm gonna try my best to get it right. So add some green in there to get some of that reflection in on the eye, because you know, get some blue in there as well, because the sky's blue in there. There we go. So then we can get reflection of the underside as well. Like so. Yeah. Still a lot to do on this piece. Well, I'm gonna switch to another brush because this brush is nice, but it's very unpredictable. Especially, I mean, it's giving me nice textures, but it's not giving me control when I do like the pores and stuff. It's kind of it's one of those brushes that rotates around as you draw, and it's whilst it's nice, but it can also be problematic when you're trying to do more refined stuff. So I'm going to do some refined work here on the pores. I'm just going to zoom in on this reference so I can see the doggy pores. And yes, it's based off a doggy. It's literally based off a doggy. Oh my god, not again. Not again. Not Happy Birthday. How many times can I play Happy Birthday? It's Happy Birthday, playing the same song again. Right. Classical music time. Classical music. Public domain classical music. Oh my goodness. There we go. So much better. That's better. Like that. I'll like that. And let me bring my reference back up again. Right, cool. Swish. Swish, swish, swish. Okay. Back to this. So yeah, I'm just going to refine these areas some more. Add a bit more warmth as well, because there you go. Elbow. Just gonna pause in there. This song playing right now reminds me of Trading Places. Great film. Stars Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy, and it's a great comedy. Oh, actually, it stars what's her face? The woman who's in Halloween. What's her name? I want to Google her name. off my tip of my tongue and I've forgotten. Oh, typed in Halloween, it's not giving me the movie, doesn't it? Here you go, Halloween, here we go. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, she's in it. Yeah, good film. And this song is the intro that's played at the beginning of the film. It's great. So that's just on top. So what I want to do is I want to try and clean this pour up a bit more on the rendering side layer. So just refine it a bit. There we go. Let's give it a proper pory kind of structure. So sometimes Photoshop decides to just do a hard stroke for no reason. Just likes to ruin my day by doing that. It's to do with the CPU just not being able to cope with my excessive speed of painting. Blooming annoying. It's blooming annoying. There we go. Right, so this pour now. Just want to refine it down. So as you can see, there's still line work layer on it. That's fine. I can easily erase that and get rid of things like that. So I'm near to completion. Right. Adding shapes here now, just fun shapes, just to give it that kind of flair, motion. There we go. So now this fluff sits above the rendering. I can now just apply it, just a bit more work on this, just to give it a bit more shapes, fur shapes, clumps, anything clumpy, I can apply it here. Yeah. So I'm still thinking in shapes, just giving these fur fluffs a bit, tufts a bit. Oh, that's a bit of a boob there by me, boob up there. There you go. So even this is just the blending side, the stage. I'm not even done the details yet. This is just the blending stage. We're just putting things together, just to make sure that everything comes together nicely. So obviously, as you can see, I've evolved it from that, just give it a bit more fluff. I was actually going to shrink this down a bit because it's a bit too big. There we go. Just going to bring that down a bit. I'm going to also hide some of these elements just a bit. There we go. There you go. There we go. that over. Yeah. Sweet, sweet. Okay. So refine the back a bit more. Get that back in there. Get that shoulder in there as well. Turn this off. There we go. Even though it's hidden under the form, it should not be disregarded. It should not be disregarded at all. So I'm going to put that in there. In fact, because the lighting because the color intensity is so strong, you can easily blend shapes like this inwards, you know, so that white becomes almost like one, because the intensity of the light that's hidden on the back is enough to do that. It's pretty cool. You mess with lighting. Same here as well. It's so intense that even the elbow kind of almost dissipates, just disappears into that kind of lighting there. Light in there as well. Elbow. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Oh, wrong layout. So that's what happens all the time. Paint on the wrong layer. I'm gonna bugger it up. So for this, I'm just going to add some greys in there just to nullify some of these colours, just to, rather than just make it a dark brown. It's nice to just add a bit of cool colours in there. Just to, there you go, add a bit of blue in there, which makes it grey a bit, but there you go. There you go. Adding some cold colours just makes it a bit more lively, rather than using a dark brown or something like that. Because if you do that, it ends up looking a bit unified and looks boring. So when you start adding cold colours, especially with this colour sky, you know, just gives it a bit more interest, gives it a bit more oomph, you know, and it's nice to have that kind of. Yeah. Oh yeah, the other ear. So that's one of the things I was thinking about. It's like, how's the other ears? Is the other ear going to be visible from this angle? I think it might be. I'm not sure. We probably from the other side, but it'll be might be darkened down. I'm not sure. Yeah. It'll be tricky to see that ear, the other side. Okay. Add a bit more grey in this ear section, just to kind of darkening it up a bit. But then still want to show this like warmness of the ear, like the light coming through the ear. I want that kind of visible glow. So yesterday I was watching some documentaries on Dracula and stuff. That's one film I need to rewatch again. I only watched it once, and that was Nosferatu, the first Dracula film. You know, the one where it's a complete silent movie. It's a complete silent movie. Has the the one where Dracula's, you see the shadow of Dracula, the Nosferatu going up the stairs. It's meant to be really eerie. I remember watching it once, but like I think I watched it like at around about 4 o'clock in the morning or something. So I was so tired, I ended up passing out whilst watching it. So I might need to just like maybe spend maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow or at some point anyway to watch that Dracula film again, Nosferatu. That film, it's meant to be like it's a classic, and because I watched the original Dracula, the Bela Lugosi Dracula, and that was really good, really good. I mean, if you've not seen that, wow. Dracula and that Bela Lugosi is the true Dracula. He started it off the visual look of it, but the best part of all is when he does the stare. That's what I was talking to when Lisa said what sort of picture she wants on her cup. Bela Lugosi, his stare is, it's like, oh shit, you're in for it now. You're in for it now. Add some grey on. Let's give it a nice little glow, bluish glow. Looks like a bluish glow, doesn't it? So let's do that out here, just to reflectance of that from here, on here as well, just a tad bit, like so. There we go. Now people are going quiet on Twitch, so that means they're lurking. Lurking's fine. If you're doing other things, perfectly fine. I like to think of these streams as like the background streamer. I'm the background streamer. I keep your lifestyles busy by being there in the background, playing, talking. I've merged, oh my goodness, I painted the wrong layer again. It's too late now, but, well, stick with it now. Managed to paint on the wrong layer, so I'm going to have to try and rescue this by doing this, if I can. There we go. There, that's better. Oh, what happened there? Still copy. It didn't copy. Let's try it again. There we go. Oh, that's better. There we go. That's better. Foot down below. 0 right here. There we go. That's better. I want the fluff to stay on its separate layer. It stays above everything where it belongs. A bit of grey here just to balance out the cool lighting, so it's not just a dark boring brown. It's like there's got some cool values happening here, because Eevee deserves that kind of, that kind of cool colour, cool lighting, not just a boring unified value. Let's really go for it. There we go, look at that. Same here as well by the brow. Just gonna, there we go. Oh, so just get some really saturated cool, there you go, coolness applied there. There we go. That's pretty cool. Where's the eye gone? Oh, the eye's there. Yeah, need to sort the eye out as well. Make sure the make sure it looks nice on there. Yeah. Hide some of that from the under part there. Pieces changing every time, keeps evolving. And I'm painting the wrong layer again. Oh my god. I keep painting on the friggin' wrong layer. What is... Oh, balls. Okay, right. Might just continue on just painting on that layer, but I'm trying to save that neck part. I want it to stay on top. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Keep painting on the blooming wrong layer. Right. Let's not do that again. Let's not do any of that again. What happened? What happened? I was feeding everyone over here. Oh. No, nothing happened. No, not much has happened. Peps are here, but they're lurking, doing their thing. That's fine. I need to end my stream in a few minutes. Actually, I've just realised I've reached the 2-hour 25 mark. 2-hour 30 is my the cut-off point, the point of ceasing, relaxing a bit. It's I think I've done 2 hours. 2 hours is a fairly healthy time. Maybe I can go a bit longer. Maybe 2 hours 45. Let's try and aim for 2 hour 45. Let's try and do that. Let's try and squeeze that in. Oh. I basically painted on the wrong layer. It happens. I'm too busy focused on something that I forget that I'm painting on another layer, which I shouldn't be. So right now, this layer's on the main. I don't want to touch anything. I don't want to be painting anywhere else other than the main. And sometimes I get carried away and end up painting somewhere on the main layer, on this layer. So if I work on the tail right now, it's on the same layer as the main. I don't want to do that, so it happens. I've done it a few times, but yeah, hopefully I won't do it again, but it's most likely will happen again. I'm always not paying attention to what layer I'm working on, but it's not a problem. I mean, in the end, things do get. I tend to blend. I tend to merge everything down anyway eventually. So it's just during the construction of it, I like to keep things separate, and then when I'm satisfied, I'll flatten it down. When I'm happy with the where it's gone. So far, it's going all right. Drop a large heavy book on them layers and stick them together. Yeah, yeah, that's one way you can do it. You can drop a big fat book, flatten it down like a pancake. I mean, what I do is I duplicate everything and then I flatten it down, so that way I have the original as a backup just in case I need it. I sometimes keep. I make 2 copies of the file, one flattened and one unflattened, so that way, if I need to go back to that file, I can go back to it. And the nice thing is, it saves on the file, saves on the memory as well. Because if you keep all these layers and stuff, you know, if you keep them all on the same file, the file size goes up. So that's not good. You know, your machine starts to slow down. You know, it can be a bit of a nightmare when you're dealing with multiple. When you're dealing with a file which has like billions of layers and stuff, so I tend to keep layers really minimalized as much as possible. So like this body has about 3 or 4 layers: the line work, the base, the rendering, the blocking, and that's it. And then after that, it's anything. And after that, any other layers are just basically tweaking stuff. So. I'm gonna add a bit more. I'm gonna desaturate this a bit. It needs to be. I want to push this tail back a bit. Get a bit of blue in there. There we go. A bit of blue in there. So I'm gonna try and knock it back. Maybe it has a bit of blue there, but that's could be just a maybe knock it a bit more lighter, just a tad bit lighter along the edge. There we go. Yeah, once I've finished a picture, I keep both of them merged. Yeah. It's a good practice. That's good practice. Very good practice, because before on my older laptop, which is what I'm using right now for my chat, that's like 4 gigs. It's not a lot, and I used to work like that to save memory, because 4 gigs is not enough. Excuse me about the horn there. Yeah, it's difficult to keep things running at such a low memory. So I would flatten things and keep copies of ones which are more complicated, so that way I can go back and forth and keep the memory, the laptop's memory intact. Otherwise, the laptop just goes in the snail pace, just mega slow. But yeah, very good. Good to know that such a practice is kept. For doing these things. It's good stuff. So I've gone over 2 hour 2 hour 31 mark here. I'm going to go for another 15 minutes and then I'll have to stop. Whilst I'm doing this, let me just see if there's any. I can probably pass on my session to someone else, because that's the beauty of Twitch. You can happily, pass on your session to someone else. So I can probably do that. I don't see anyone streaming. I don't see anyone like. Oh, it's one of those sort of things like you don't know who to pass on to. So I may have to just end the stream up properly, because I can't think of anyone unless. Yeah. Close this. There we go. Yeah. Back when I did art with my mum, she hand drew her pencil. She hand drew their pencils and did small paintings, while me and my computer did stuff beside her. So I thought, well, that's nice. That's nice. Traditional is always good. I always say, if you're going to learn art, learn traditional. Learn traditional. I'm looking this way. Sorry, I should be looking this way. Always learn traditional. That's how I learned art. I did traditional first, and then went down that path. but I found traditional to be. I still prefer traditional at times. You know, especially when I'm in coffee shops. I bring out my pad, start drawing. You know, have fun with the doodling, and yeah, that's the way to improve. You know, putting the wrong layer again. I find that when people go straight into digital, you know, you're missing out on the important. I think the fundamentals of how good traditional really is. But saying that, and I understand that a lot of people don't have the luxury of owning owning uh, tools and stuff for traditional, because obviously it's not cheap. Traditional's not cheap. But then again, it depends on what level of traditional we're talking about. So if you're doing like just sketches and stuff, then paper and pencil is not a problem. But if you're going down the painting route, you know, if you're painting, doing a gouache or oil paintings or pastels or whatever, you know, these things cost money. Even inks, they all cost money, and even pencils. Yeah, pencils cost money as well. Like really good pencils. I prefer the crayon color pencils rather than chalk, because you can get chalky ones or pastel pencils. Pastel pencils are really. I bought a pack once. I didn't realize that what I bought was pastel pencils. So when I started shading things in, it just ended up being chalky. I was wondering what. I was thinking to myself, what's going on here? No, this is weird. Pencils don't behave like this. This is a color pencils don't behave like in a pastel-y way. What's going on there? And I looked at the box, and I realised I bought the wrong bleeding pack. So it's a shame, really. So now I'm stuck with pastel pencils. But on the plus side, they are pretty cool for blending. You can do some really amazing blendy stuff with pastel pencils. But then after a while, I did buy the correct sort, the good old crayon pencils, and that's it. Crayon pencils are amazing. You can do some really cool blending with that as well. Overlapping shading with color on top of color. You do some really cool things. And because it's like crayon, you know, the blending's more nicer. It's really good. Okay. Let me just check my timings again. 2 hours 35. That's okay. Still good. 2 hours 35. I'm pleased with that. Always keep thinking I'm going on beyond the time limit. Yeah, I'm just doing the timing stuff to keep good to myself on the amount of hours I do on a session. Because I've known that when you do art streaming, time just flies. It just really just shoots through, and you're not even paying, you know, it just happens. So doing these sensible timing sessions is really good. Ever seen Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind? Yes, I have seen them. Yes, I've seen it. It's a good film. It's a very good film. Has that girl that flies that flying wind thing, wind surfing thing, and she's got this flute. And it's got this big sand bugs in it. Really, really impressive film. I vaguely remember it, but I have seen it. I do recall watching it. It was a good film. Adding a bit of definition there for the tail. So when it comes to doing the detail, it's just to be a matter of adding a little bit of fluff and here and there. But for now, just wanna there we go. There we go. You know how little fox squirrel Tato I believe it's called Critical Creature. Vaguely, vaguely. It's been a long time since I watched it, but keep going. Go ahead. What's what you gonna tell me about it? What you gonna tell me about it? And that same lighting that's applied to the. There we go. A bit more. A bit of a dark shadows there just to. Oh. In fact, what am I doing? Just leave that as is. Just leave that as is. Just don't mess with that. Don't mess with the tail. There we go. Just leave it as it was before. I've got a little pencil drawing I did for the collection. I'll just have to show you. Okay, no, that's yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Very nice. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Looking at art is always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. My thing, reference. There we go. What I may do is I might have to change the background a bit, just a tad bit later. Maybe I might do the next stream. Just want to try and show a bit of contrast between the background and our Eevee here. Red. There we go. Trying to add a bit more definition around that thigh because it can look a bit flat. It's got weird creepy story to it though. I drew it before I watched. Okay, Ghibli films are cool. I like Ghibli films. Have you seen Laputa, Castles in the Sky? That was I think that's one of my favourite ones from the series. Something sweet, something nice about it. Has like a bittersweet ending as well, which always makes me bawl out. Manly tears. Yeah, the music is good. The music is really good. I mean, I've not watched it in a long time. It's one of those films that I don't want to watch it again, because if I watch it again, I'll start to like dig deeper into it. Like start looking at things closely. I think sometimes it's just best to just leave it as is and not watch it again. The Cat Returns. Oh yeah, The Cat Returns. That's one of them sort of films I've like I've not really I've watched it, but I vaguely remember. I know it's about some girl who saves a cat that's part of royalty, right? And yeah. She becomes a cat of some, right? She and like he asks her to marry her or something, and then she slowly starts turning into a cat, and it's kind of like an Alice in Wonderland kind kind of film, isn't it? Has a very Alice in Wonderland kind of esque feel. I love it because of the manly fat cat. Oh, so I think that's how. Do you like fat catch? Is that what you're saying? Do you like fat catch? Fat moggies. Yep, see, I figured it out. There you go. See, I sussed it out. You like fat moggies. Matu, 1U. I think the other one. I think the other fave one. The only other Ghibli film I watched a few times is Princess. Is it Princess Mononoke? Mononoke. That is that film is an eye opener. Like about man destroying nature and stuff. It's pretty deep. But it's just. I think it's just the whole the soundtrack of it really captivates. It's just the world as well. The world is what makes it so beautiful as well. Like, yeah. Oh yeah. I think that was the first ever Ghibli film I ever watched. When I went to Anthrocon in 2002, stayed at someone's house, and we watched. That's what we watched, and I was like, damn, this film is tight. Yeah, it's what a film, what a film. Oh, it's a very good film. I've not seen. I've in the other film. What the other film which I watched? I only watched it, and I watched it once and never again, which was Grave of the Fireflies. That film was, yeah, that film is one of those sort of films that can just terrify you because it shows you the casualties of war, but told in such a hard hitting way. It just hits you hard in the face, and highly not recommend. It's not recommended because it can traumatize people because like some people found it traumatizing for the scenes and stuff. Yeah, it's depression. Yeah, it is a depressing film, but it's what happened, isn't it? It's like it's kind of kind of shows you what life was like for the orphans of the nuclear war, nuclear post nuclear post nuclear strike on Hiroshima. I think that's what it's trying to say, isn't it? Post war. Yep. Mhm. I'm not gonna say any more on it in case anyone else has not seen it. Don't want to spoil it. And don't want to spoil it. Don't want to spoil it. But yeah, says it gets ill. So that poor there. Trying to spoil much? Yeah. It's easy. It's easy to. I nearly spoiled Mortal Kombat. I was talking about Mortal Kombat last night, and got carried away. Nearly. Well, it's a good thing a few people kind of muted themselves because they were busy doing something. But myself and Samurai Noodles, who's on Picato right now, we got into a conversation about talking about Mortal Kombat the movie because he's watched it finally. So we had a bit of discussion on that. It's a good movie if you haven't seen Mortal Kombat. It's a good movie. It's if you like the original series, if you like the series, then I highly recommend it. It's great. It's a good film. Funny, and it's good. It's a good relaunch of the original. So it's got nothing to do with the original movie. If I mean, but it's same story, same story about what more combat's about. But new characters just makes it much more enjoyable rather than bringing back old characters. That's the last thing you want to do. Bring back old characters. Just makes it a cringy show. It makes it a cringy movie. You start bringing back people from the original movie. Doesn't need it. Howl's Moving Castle. I watched it. I'll be honest. I didn't find it. I just found it generic. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a great film. It feels like it's a great film, but I didn't find it as captivating as, let's say, Spirited Away. Spirited Away had something magical about it. Yeah. Howl's Moving Castle didn't really trigger me. I was like, I didn't go, oh wow, that's amazing. Like Kiki's Delivery Service. That's another good film. Yeah, but like that. I can watch it and enjoy it. Howl's one, I couldn't. There's nothing memorable I found. Like nothing like it, that drew me to it. I may need to watch it again. Maybe I need to watch it again to get a better feel for it. But yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. That. The other one I haven't seen is Poyo. Oh, actually, one Ghibli film that is worth seeing is When Marnie Was Here. That's a really good film by Ghibli. When Marnie Was Here. I watched that and man, that film's deep. It's a deep film. Really, really good. Highly recommend it. It's a beautiful film. Heartwarming. Nothing. There's nothing like. Nothing depressing in it. It's just heartwarming. That's how good it is. Like you watching, oh, that's a good film. That is a very, very good Ghibli film. It'll make you feel better. It'll make you smile. So I highly recommend that. When Marnie Was Here. And it's relatable. That's what makes it so good. It's relatable as well. So it's one of them sort of films that when you watch it, you go, oh yeah, that's me. That could be me. You know, like it could be me right there. And I think that's what's needed. You haven't seen it one. Yeah, you should see it. You should see it. It'll change. It'll make you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. I can assure you that. So. Porco Rosso. You know what? I've not seen that one. Not watched that film. Even though I've seen it I've seen like clips of it so many times. I've not seen that film. I should probably make time to maybe even. I don't know. Like it's one of those sort of things. Like with Ghibli films, you have to be in the mood to see it. But that's me anyway. I cannot just sit down and watch it. I have to, you know. If you supposed to be, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'll find a way to watch it. Don't worry. I can find ways to watch it. It's just yeah. It's yeah. I'm always like with Ghibli films. I've not watched like I've not been watching a lot of anime for a while. I mean, I watched Beastars, and that's as far as I got so far. I mean, I think with Beastars, I was more interested about the story, and I think I do like the characters, you know. So that was one of the reasons why I jumped straight at that one. Now it's all about oh, it's glaring at me. Oh no, you don't want it glaring at you. Don't want Grave of the Fireflies glaring at you. That's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna call it time here. I think I'll call it time here. Oh. Yeah. I've gone over the 2 hour 45 mark. I'm on 2 hour 50s now. Yeah, cool. Right. Just want to say thank you to Lisa. I'm going to say thank you to Always Games Behind if they're still lurking around, which I'm sure they probably are. I'm not sure, but thanks for the raids. Those raids were beautiful. I'm not. Yeah, I don't see anyone online that I want to pass on to, because obviously I'll happily pass on to people that are streaming that I know, and no one. Let me see. Let me just check one more time, because I don't think anyone is. Yeah, everyone's all. Actually, let me just see what Art of Luck is doing. Art of Luck has been following me for a while, and he's a pretty cool guy. Does tattooing. Yeah, I ready, you, lad. Yeah, he's doing tattooing. Let me see. Let me check the art section, because sometimes I really should be putting people in the art section as well. And actually, there's millions, gajillion people doing various kind of arty, streamy stuff. Look at that! Oh my god! Yeah, you know what? Let's raid Art of Luck, because he followed me back, and I think he's a splendid chap. I think he deserves more of the followers. Well, who's that? Oh, I know her. Let me just double check this. Let me just double check this stream. I think I know this person, because I see them put a stream on. Yeah. Hold on. I think it's a different person. I think it's a different person. I thought they were. Yeah, a different person. You see it covered in AEB for now. Cool, right? I think I'll just pass this on to onto Art of Luck, because he does tattooing. Some good tattoo work. Splendid guy to pass on to. Right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna hand it over to him. So I'll do that now. I'll find my manager. Here we go. Oh, lost my window there. Art of Luck. Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna call it time here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll be back tomorrow, probably working more on this and do some studies. So yeah, until next time, keep watching the skies, and I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, guys, take it easy. Gonna be raiding there. Gonna raiding. Let's start that raid off. Boom. Start that raid. Raid. Here we go.